hanging out at the Fertitta Center with Emanuel Sharp of the Houston men's basketball team. Emanuel, appreciate you taking some time and being here. Want to just start by talking a little bit about your background. You were born and raised in Israel. Your dad had a long career as a player and a coach in Israel, won 13 titles with his Israeli club, and your mom was a professional player as well. So when you kind of look back on that time, what sticks out to you? What are some of the memories for you from that time period?
You know, the main part, the games, being in the locker room with the coaches and the players. You know, not every kid gets to grow up, you know, being involved in things like that. So it was exciting. And just like the type of, you know, my dad was really a celebrity in Israel. So, you know, just growing up, kids wanted to take pictures with me on the street while I'm young. You know, it just changes my perspective on things. You know, it's just exciting.
You come stateside when you're 9 years old. Was there any kind of culture shock there? I know you had some family here, so you were going back and forth, but what was that transition like?
I think it was pretty easy, just a few factors. You know, we came back to visit every summer because the rest of my family's here, so it wasn't that hard. And when I was in Israel, I went to an international school, so I wasn't speaking Hebrew or anything like that in school. You know, I was with a bunch of, you know, American kids and, you know, kids from all over, but everybody spoke English. So, you know, it wasn't that big of a culture shock, but it was definitely something to get used to a little bit.
And then you had the opportunity to play for your dad when you were in high school too. He was your high school coach. What was that experience like?
You know, it's good. You know, it's great because he knows my strengths and my weaknesses, you know, how I play. And, you know, he's an easy guy to play for. But, you know, on the flip side, you know, he's trying to bring out the best in me. You know, he's harder on me than anybody else on the team just, you know, because I'm his son and, you know, he expects a lot from me and I had high expectations. So, but, you know, it was great. It was great.
Well, you certainly had your share of adversity as well. You had the gruesome leg injury prior to your senior season in high school, and you had the ankle dislocation, the broken fibula, kept you off the basketball court for a year and a half. Talk about your mentality through that, and really how long did it take you to kind of feel like, hey, I am the best player I can be again, and I'm not thinking about the leg injury anymore?
You know, it was a minute. You know, that's a long injury to come back from. You know, I broke my leg and tore a bunch of ligaments in my ankle, so it was tough. But, you know, after a while, you know, I got used to it. I embraced, you know, the process, the rehab, you know, and just try not to get too much in my head about it. You know, in the beginning, it's kind of like a shock being out like that. But, you know, I got used to it. And, you know, coming here early really helped me. You know, I redshirted not my freshman year because I graduated high school early, but, you know, I redshirted the time while I was here and got my ankle right. And, you know, I still had to play my freshman year with that, you know, the metal rod in my leg, so it was kind of tough. You know, it was swollen a lot after I worked out or games. But after my freshman year, I got it taken out, and it really allowed me to get back to my usual self.
How did that impact you your freshman year as a player?
You know, just, you know, certain movements. You know, I can't do certain things because it's a lot of pain. You know, it wasn't constant, but, you know, certain movements would cause like a sharp pain in my ankle, so it was tough. You know, I had to ice it a lot after every workout or game because it would swell up on me a lot. So, you know, it was a mental hassle and, you know, a physical hassle, and, you know.
And of course that injury happens while you're being recruited by several colleges. Yeah. I mean, how did that impact your recruiting process, and then ultimately what led you to come into the University of Houston?
You know, and that summer I was playing really well. You know, we had a great team, and I really would have liked to finish the summer with my teammates, you know, go to Peach Jam and try to win it, you know, but, you know, it didn't happen, but, you know, that's fine. You know, I was getting recruited by a lot of schools, but, you know, I really kind of had my eyes set on a couple schools already. Houston was one of them. You know, my parents liked it. So, you know, once I got hurt, I knew I wasn't going to be, you know, trying to pursue any other schools. So, you know, had my mind made up on Houston.
If someone is watching a Houston Cougars basketball game for the first time, they've never watched you or your team play, how would you describe your game to a fan? What makes you special as a player?
You know, just the confidence I play with, you know, the excitement, the joy, the enthusiasm. You know, that's the type of player I am. You know, I'm very emotional when I play. I like to get into the game. You know, that's just how I play on the court. And, you know, that really ties into the culture of this team and, you know, how tough we play.
Yeah, you just mentioned the culture. That's kind of a buzzword, it feels like, in sports, but it feels a little bit different here with Houston basketball. What is it about Houston basketball that makes it such a special program?
You know, just the toughness that we play with. You know, not every school has the ability and, you know, the mindset to play, you know, tough basketball. You know, the hustle plays, you know, playing hard, tips, loose balls. You know, that's our identity. And, you know, we got to continue to uphold that. And, you know, that's what makes us so great.
Emanuel, appreciate your time. Looking forward to the rest of the season.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you.